Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Barden. Okay, so some of the stuff that from comments that I've obtained is that it's probably best to go with either Lantern, with some Grail, or Forge. So I think we're going to go with Forge because we got a little bit more of that than we do of anything else. So that's going to be our cult. I'm going to run things on for now. Then apparently this one we don't have to actually avoid. We can do something with it, so we'll have to see what that something is as well. Right, but I'm excited to be back. It's been a while since I played. It's kind of difficult at the moment now to actually find time to play games at all. Yeah, so I'm just happy to be back playing. Probably snatch maybe 50 minutes or so to play this today, and then get it all ready to go up on YouTube, and then after that. Right, so we're obviously studying something here. Dire beastry of the horrors to be found in mirrors. This is a recent edition of a 3rd century text by Commander. Okay, and then we're in here. Right, we're going to go with Lodge of the Sage Knight, I guess. Some fascination, okay. And there. Last night in the billowing blue of the Lodge of the Sage Knight, I sat on velvet cushion and watched 2 dead contend with shining swords. They came with the place, said the woman who rules here now. The one who once called herself Galmir. I was not the Sage Knight, if that's what you're wondering. He went higher in the mantis long before I came here. My attention has drifted, my swords sparkle like falling water. The dead move like dancers. Okay, let's collect that. So we can see what we have here. The virgin maidens of the mirror favour orchids. The behindlings favour the rhododendron. Cut flowers of either nature should not be placed before polished bronze. An appendix contains a rite which might be used to summon some of these entities, though details of its use are not made clear. Okay, so we got another lantern lore, and we got another rite of the Watchman's Sorrow. Okay. So pop that over there. So maybe that's one we can have a play around with as well. Okay, now work is done. We collect that. Get out there again. We've got another book here. Right, that has to be translated yet from Greek. So let's do that. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go for a Forge cult this time, so that should be fun. We said hunting, but we're not doing anything to find, but that's going to change pretty soon, I'd imagine. Because we're going to get a cult going, and then we're going to get going on some expeditions as well. It's definitely going to generate some notoriety. Let's pop our health back there. We should also be having low the aromantis, so out here. Let's go for the stag door. Oh, we don't have the answers yet, do we? In my dream, I'll stand before the stag door. A ridge barrier of blood, streaked horn, broken long ago, not quite healed. The vast and golden head, Jirby, will await the answer to my riddle. Where is the queen who was not born? Ask this riddle to pass the stag door, and be counted a no. Okay, so let's have a look at stag door riddles and find out which one it is. So we need a... Am I looking at that right? Yes, we need a Forgotten Chronicle for that. Which is secret history. So where do we get a Forgotten Chronicle? So we get it from the stag door. We might get it from the lodge of the Sage Knight. So we've got to... Okay, we've got to go back there and try and find that, and then we can... Okay, then we can do that. Right, so we'll just let that one run down. A moment. Okay, so that's ready. Let's just study now. This is very obviously not an antique text. At the very least, it has been badly mutilated, but it contains substantial intriguing material, especially persuasive comparison to the many portal house without walls to the human body. Okay, interesting. One there. Down there. Where do we want to start our cult? I think we work with this, right? To start a cult, is that right? No, I think I'm... What am I forgetting? How do we start a cult? It's always that, though, the things that you do hardly ever in the game that are, at least for me, most difficult to remember. But I thought I was working with... Let's see. Oh, we need to talk to one of our acquaintances, that's it. And then they'll be our first disciple, right? So who do we want to be our first disciple? Rhaenyra. Okay, let's have a chat with you. Let's talk with you. Here is someone I might work with, a companion or follower. But first I must give them something to follow, a society, a solidarity, an order, a cult. Okay, and then we're going to use our forge stuff in there. Once it prompts us. Oh hey, wait, where did we just get? I've begun my true work. The authority will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. You have begun to establish your cult. It will need a little more before you can recruit followers. Okay, so we've done that. Right, so we have notoriety there, which he's obviously going to be looking for. So we've done the talking bit. Then do we now talk to her again? No, still missing something. And this might give us another piece of notoriety, which would be terrible. It did, yeah. Okay, so we're obviously still missing something. That was silly, creating two notorieties like that. Let's see. Let's talk about that. To get probably some mystique, but yeah, I'm missing something. Right, so I remember that Herschel wrote of this. I've levered up floorboards and wriggled down. Oh, there is now. That's the cult thing, I think. Now I am compressed. Oh, and wriggled down snugly. Now I am compressed beneath them like a hidden corpse. The air stinks of hot dust. My mouth is full of splinters. This time, I haven't learned what I hoped to learn, wherever that was. Okay. So we shall dream with you, because that will give us the chance to get what we're looking for. So then your ascent needs health. Put that in there. Right. And be running. Tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together. Add lore to determine your cult's founding principles. Right. Wait, where's our Smith's lore gone? Oh, is it still in the talk thing? It is, yeah. Right, so we can put this one in now. There we go. The direction of death is down, the book explains. The peacock door has been considered a rent or an abrasion, but in some respects is more like a mouth, if not a more treasured point of entry. Discussions of the doors include a rite which may conjure creatures through those doors, although key incantations are missing. Rite of the map's edge, and then words that walk, okay? So we got ourselves some. So you can go there. This is going to go over here. Okay, so gathering some more rights, that's good. Notoriety, not so good. Cult is about to be established. What we now? The hour we will serve requires pain. I must give up myself. Okay. Ooh, it's gonna hurt. Let's move that on. How long is that? 4 minutes. Performance there. Then we need. Oh, that dread is help us out with that fascination. That's good. So that will resolve itself over time. The notoriety won't do that though. Okay, what do we do now? A cult with one member is only an unusual habit. I must have a recruit. Okay, well, she's definitely going to be your first recruit. Swing that on. Oh, yeah, let's get back to work now. Oh, that's bad. Because now it's going to keep, yeah, it's going to keep looking for stuff. I'm going to have to counter you. Right, so it's in here that we might get what we're looking for. Oh, I think that might have been what we looked for as well. A favour from authority. Wow, we got that. That's so... Oh, wow. That could help us if he... Yeah, if he takes both of those and gets damning evidence, that could be good. Last night I dreamt of a blue silk pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the bounds. I listened to the mistress of the place speak of other visitors. The Suppression Bureau come here. Did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. She snorts derisive. After what they tried to do to Christopher? But their folly is your fortune. I will tell you something that may help you, if the Bureau are ever troubled you. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to dream with you again. Start them off. And then our scent is our health, so let's put one of those in there. Okay, I want to get you going as well. Okay. The drinks, the songs, the light, the arcing walls, the smoke blue haze, the pressing sway of clothed and unclothed flesh. Okay, what do we got here? I have founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult and send them out on cult business. Okay, so now we have... Oh, we got an injury. I need rest and nourishment if I aim to recover. But the mother of ants looks kindly on wounds. Dream with an injury before the card fades will also allow you to recover health. Okay, so we got to do that. An unfinished order. Unflinching order, okay. And we got our temporary headquarters. Right, let's grab all of those. So now this is a cult, so it should sit above these. Okay, and then here we have some mystique. We also found a case of mistaken identity. Let's grab all of those. I'm going to get something from the mock thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not. We're at headquarters. You can go there. Mystique can go up there to keep him busy. Hopefully. And then you're going to go there. Not sure what we do with you. Learn something that we'll learn. Oh, that's the fable. I thought that was this one here. Mistaken identity. Okay, it's gone away. Good. Let's keep going. You need to be dealt with. You also need to be dealt with. Where's my injury? Oh, there. Okay. You need to go there. How long have you left? Okay, so we can dream with you before time runs out. That's good. Sorry for if you can hear that beeping. It's our dishwasher. So we've got that and that to deal with. So that has to be first and then that second. So there'll be no more mantis for a while. Right, so we have a furtive truth which we could take, but we need maybe something here. There we go. It's good. That's exactly what we're looking for. Let's put you there. And what's to say here? Last night I visited the lodge of the Sage Knight. My hostess manifested as an elegant woman with fashionably short hair and dark glasses. No, she admits, I don't need them anymore. Any more than I need eyes. Allow me my sentimentalities. But you've come for knowledge, I expect. Here's a story I heard in my Kerisham days. You're welcome to it. Oh, remember me if you come to make the pilgrimage. Okay? Right, so we got that. That's good, because that helps us then to get through the stag door. Now here, let's dream with our injury. And then that needs what? Vitality or funds, I guess, yeah. Let's fix that. And then you're gonna have to be next. Be sorted out. What are you looking for? Oh, you're gonna generate the dread that will resolve that for us. So we'll pop you up a bit further. You there? Move things on. Right, so cult. I guess it's be a good idea to start getting people into the cult now, right? So we're gonna start with her. She's a believer. And I'm gonna use this, which I think will put her up one level. And then we need trappings. Ones. No. A proper sense of occasion consumes ingredients and influence. Uses but does not consume tools. Okay, so we can't do that right now. I think we've just got to make some other believers. So then you would be next. And then we can use any of these, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I think we need a higher level to do the other one. Just over a minute on that. Got a lot of stuff going on here. That's resolved, which is good. This means that you're going to... Oh, it's going to get resolved anyway. Okay. Paintings whisper, windows wink. I know these things are not true, but how can I be certain? You can defeat visions with dread or fleeting memory. So there's fleeting memory. So let's get there. Do that. You off again. Okay, good. Right. And start up. Okay, the watchman's footsteps. The watchman who is the door in the eye waits in my dreams. If I learn the lantern lore and I dream of this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. Okay, so we can advance that with lantern lore. So it means that we can't. We got to keep the lantern lore around. We can't just focus on the fourth lore. Okay, what have we got here? So he's now a Tristan, a believer. Tristan dislikes distractions. Tristan likes results. Good. Welcome to our cult then, Tristan, buddy. And then next person. So just work our way across. I would like to maybe promote a few before we go on our first mission, because I feel like at the start of the game people can get can end up with injuries that are like that kind of cost you later in the game, where you lose those people in. So we get one health back, then another one here, then another one there. Okay, yeah. Okay, got another believer. Let's make the next believer. Starting off. Okay, there's one. Work. We've got to get some contentment if we can. Okay, and that one's done. Good. Oh, and the notoriety is gone. That's great. It's very helpful. So then another believer there. Got a contentment. Also got some erudition, which at the moment we don't need. Okay, now let's get another believer on the go. And yep, we're going. Oh, there's our extra contentment if we needed it, but we don't. Got our health back, good. And then work is done. Start there. Now can go through this, I believe. Do that. We're about to get some vitality as well. In my dream, I'll stand again before the stag door. A rigid barrier of blood, streaked horn, broken long ago, not yet quite healed. The vast and golden head, Jirby, will await the answer to my riddle. That should be it. Okay, good. Some vitality there. Another believer. We're going to do the next one. And I think I'm going to try subverting some lore as well. Start that off. Okay, cool. Let me check which lore we should be subverting to turn it into Forge, because that's going to be important. Okay, let's see. So Lantern becomes... Oh, Lantern becomes Forge. Okay, well, that's where we're going to do it then. So, oh, we got two of those anyway. And then we need erudition, which we have. Good. So let's do that right now. Oh, hang on, we can't. Right, so let's combine those then. And then I think you're going to need erudition for that. Okay, so run that on. Combine those, create one, subvert it. But then we've also got to worry about creating more lantern lore as well. Okay, it's going to be interesting then. Might have been better for us to actually do a lantern cult this time, but we've done that a couple of times, so we'd rather not kind of be repeating the process. And although there's nothing wrong really in this game about repeating things, because you can repeat it, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the same outcome, which is a great thing about the game. Okay, so let's create a new believer. Let's put you over there. Oh, and you're about to resolve as well, that's going to be good. Okay, the stag door. So we've got a trembling heart, we don't need that. We've got the ascent of knives, the painted river. Let's go for the painted river. Erudition, a lesson learned. Okay, we'll take that. The painted river runs from a great chamber near the white door, far through the manses, to its far edge where it enters a painted delta of far cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain, beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised a yearning shanty, and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind. And all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. Okay, those. Oh, and our history as well. Yes, you get to keep, which is good. Let's see up there. Search which, although I could have kept it and used it again, right? If I needed to. Yeah, you should need some erudition, we do. Then when this one and the grades should be ready to use for, yeah, we can use it in that one, right? Once that's the grades. And then do that. We should just go there. Okay, so on to the next line now. Recruits. Running to way through the stag door now. Yeah, so we can just do this. In my dream, I know the path to the stag door through the maze of the bounds. Jirby will let me pass with the path, but the path is always a puzzle. I will need reason. Okay, so we provide reason for that. The stag door is the Adept's Gate. To pass it is to be initiated into the first true mystery of the House of the Sun. The herald Jirby weeps to see me enter where it cannot, but it must let me pass. The scarred valves of the door grind open. Okay. He's finished looking, we can find anything, which is always great. You're okay as well, for the moment at least. We got the new person there. Let's on to the next one. It's kind of like a, just thinking of our forge here. It's kind of like kind of a massive forge where we're just almost like have a conveyor belt of things coming through that we're shaping at the moment with all this recruitment and all the people in line. This place merits closer investigation. The Van der Schaaf Collection. Crafty museum in a provincial town, long closed to the public, since an outbreak of peculiar rapture. In the room where they keep the pressed flowers, only the very curious will ever pay attention to the place. And its closed warded storeroom of ill-omened treasures. Okay, yeah, sounds like the place we want to go to. Let's, next. One thing's gone. There's some dread there, which may be a problem at some stage. You can go down there, you're on that level there. Okay, so we've got that one. Yeah, we want to subvert that, right? So, how long do you have that? 1 night. Okay, we got to wait a little while. Let's click that. Get you working again. Actually, you don't need to wait because it remembers, right? this. Rupture? No. Oh, fascination, great. Copy there. Entering the stag door, I dreamt of the mantis behind the white door, of the great space above the orchid, the space that overlooks the bonds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships pass upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movements of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Okay, good. And go to again. And we have another believer. Let's pause for a second, although I don't think we have the erudition to do that anyway. Start that one. The erudition, so just run on. Keep you going. That back on there. This is right at the map's edge. Okay, we'll only have a look at that. Maybe that's going to be one that... Yeah, maybe that's a good beginner one for us, possibly. Oh, right. Oh, we're definitely taking this. Last night, Jirby was talkative. He spoke, in his siege engine voice, of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, good. We do that. And search that out. Okay, and there, start that. There, you're finished. Another believer as well. Okay, you're next. I'm sure I could look up who are the best people to be promoting in this instance, but I don't feel like it's in the spirit of it. Like certain things, I don't mind looking up in terms of just getting a guide as to like the rites and starting a cult, etc., etc. I think those are fair enough in terms of looking up the wiki for stuff like that. But when it comes to things like more metagaming, then I don't feel like it's right to do it. Okay, that's some nice contentment there. That's good. I think you guys now are ready, or at least, sorry, should I say that? It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be ready in time for us to do that. So we'll run that on. But definitely rights are something that I feel that the wiki can be really good for. Right, so right of the map's edge. Let's have a read of this. Let's not lose our place there either. Okay, so these rights are not marked in the game tiles as endgame rights, but can still be used for ascension. Okay, nice. Right to the map's edge. Invocation lore. What are the words? Offering influence. What influence will be taken? Instrument tools. What is our instrument? Desire. What might I become? This lot only accepts the final stage of ascension. If you have achieved the 6th mark Add your ascension to this slot to complete a great work. Okay. That doesn't really help me with how I'm supposed to do it. So influence, tool, and desire. So we need a tool. We don't have any tools at the moment. Okay. So it looks like expeditions are in order to start gathering tools. Another believer, so we start on the next person. Try here again, paint the river. Okay, can't remember the last night. We've seen that one before. We'll go with you again. Okay, that then needs erudition. Okay, what to find here? This place. Requires closer investigation. Fermier Abbey. Okay. Robert Fermier spent much of his unsavory fortune on the endowment of this monumental forest-crowded abbey. The monks dislike visitors. Their ways are not exactly orthodox. They celebrate a certain harvest festival with unsavory vigor. Okay. Interesting. So you go down there. Okay. Making some good progress. We'll go there. In case we need it at some point. Another lovely believer for us. Oops. Sorry, buddy. Let's put you back in your spot. Okay, and now we need to do the believer. Will be you. Do that. And go right on. Definitely taking that. Thank you. Jeez, take that one before this time. What do we need now? Verified mind skill. Well, luckily we've got that. I'll hold that for a second because I want to see. Let's search for that. Let's finish that there and get the next person going, and then we'll have a look at the right and see what we can actually do. If there is actually something we can do right now. Ceremony. Start that. Okay, so let's take this right and put it in here. Right, so we need an invocation, which is lore. So what kind of invocation will we use in this? Let's try you. Then we need an offering. Find a living or practice the invisible arts. Okay. Maybe that was the wrong instrument. Yeah, I don't think that was right, so try something else. That seems to be working either. don't see anything else that's highlighting. Let's try changing the lore. Consumes its contents. No, it doesn't seem to do. Okay. Right, so we have to experiment with that. So if anybody has a suggestion of what we can put in with that from what we've got at the moment, or maybe do we have to find other tools possibly? But for now, that's going to be on hold, which means that we can go back to our regular work. Okay, and then you're done. So now, almost through all the people. That's pretty good. Two-thirds of the way through. This puzzle with missing pieces, I might find those pieces in odd corners of scholarship. Risk your health or use a prisoner. We gotta risk our health, right? That's worrying. Okay, where did we find this time? Chateau Raveline. The favourite stories of the Counts de Raveline claim that they descend from the first city. Other studies have... Okay, let's come back to that. Let's try the scent of knives now. First, curious here. Like that. Of the place my dreams took me, last night this has been written. The ascent is glass, the walls are knives, each step is blood. I did not climb far, the pain was too great. When I woke, that pain remained with me. The pain I could employ to occult purposes if I hurry. And dream with you again. Read the rest of this. Other stories have them prowling the forest in wolf shape. They are long gone. Their rotting chateau remains. Not all its malagnites have been uncovered. Okay. Cool. Place to check out. You can pop down there. Start that off. Yeah, what's the name of the cult again? Unflinching. Okay. So we should probably give ourselves a name now. So, Dr. Flinch. There we go. And now we can get the next person recruited. Oops. Go. That in and start. And then next time we're going to be able to promote people as well, which will be great because it also means that we're going to be able to start expeditions, which will open a lot of other possibilities to us. Okay, so we're going to get an affliction. We need to sort that out before we end this one. lever. Let's just switch around. Again, I'm going to go way of knives. Same thing again. It's going to be the same text as well. Oh, we've got this now, which is great. Health is fatigued, but it's okay. So that can go there. It, I believe, is enough to promote people now. Oh, dream again. Okay. Just a few more people left to recruit to our cause. Need to sort you as well, so let's pop you there. So remember to do that before we finish. Done. There. Let's set up for the next person. Pop in there. Okay, Mantis again. Right, we're taking that one definitely. In there, start that. Oh, no, don't do that. How do you? Okay, that's done. Last couple of people now. Oh, hang on. Something wrong there. Oh. Okay, good. Start you. Oh, we're going to get another affliction. Guess we're really running ourselves into the ground here, right? What can Watchman subvert as well? I should check that. Or, sorry, Lantern. So Moth becomes Lantern. Okay. We're done. So last acquaintance. Start that. Gotta do that. Get that started and then we'll end the episode, I think. A lot of progress here today though. Very happy with how we've gone. Okay, Orthos Woods. The pines grow thick his hairs on a dog's back. The airs of the inner wood are chokingly thick with resin and dust. The source that brought you has claimed that in the dawn times, the greatest tree at the wood's black heart served as perch for a great mast crow. Okay, good. A place worth exploring. And there you go. Start that. Okay, good. Then that can go down there. I'm gonna start you. Oh, can't. Okay. Right. So that's where we're gonna leave that one. Got a cult up and running. We've basically got everybody recruited. The last one will finish as we start the next one. Then we just need to start elevating some of them up to another level so that we can start then doing our expeditions to all these lovely places here to get ourselves more books, but also to start collecting some tools as well for the rituals that we're going to do. So I really enjoyed this. I'm still having a great time with the game. Hope you're enjoying it too. Hope you're keeping safe out there, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.